Before we start sewing on fabric, we need to practice making straight lines on a piece of paper. This allows us to get the feel of the machine and how it works so that we are more comfortable when we're actually working on our projects. So the first thing that we're going to do is take a look at the foot of the machine. I'm going to zoom in here so you can see it a little bit better. The foot of the machine is part silver and part clear plastic, and as you sew along, I'm going to be telling you which part of this to actually line up with. This would be the right outside of the foot. This is the left out here is the left outside of the foot. We have this thing right here would be called the right toe. This one is the left toe over here. And sometimes we'll be lining up on the inside of this. Sometimes we'll be lining up on the inside of that. So listen carefully whenever I'm giving the instructions about where to line up. And then sometimes we'll be using this blue tape. Where you line up determines how far from the edge your stitching is done. So pay attention to that because that is what will help you be accurate. So we're going to start by stitching some lines on paper, and I just have a piece of notebook paper. Have name and tote tray number. You're going to put your name and tote tray number on the top. And then if you would start on one of the lines on the side where the holes are, near the margin line, take the presser foot lever and drop it down. And what we want to do is have it so that the inside of this little plastic piece right here lines up with the line. And then if we drop our needle down using the needle down button, we should be right on that blue line. And that's what we're focusing on. Try to keep this part right here lined up with this blue line and go slow and straight. I am on stitch speed number 1, and that's what I expect you to do because we want to do this accurately. You don't get any extra points for speed. So, presser foot is down, and I'm going slowly, and I'm watching right here because I want my needle to be as accurate as possible hitting that line. And you're going to stitch all the way to the other side. I think I'm going to stop just to give you some time to do your thing, but I want to show you what this looks like when you're done. Then when we finish, we're going to do needle up, presser foot up, and then pull off to our left. And if you notice, I'm not exactly right on the line, and so I'm going to redo this one because I'm not keeping it very straight. Since this is not one that I want to count, I'm just going to put an X through it, and then I'm going to line up and do it again. Part of the problem I'm having today is I have my old glasses on because my new ones got broken, and so it's a little harder for me to see this, but I'm going to do the best I can to keep it straight. And so if you get off of the line, stop, make an X through it. Don't stitch all the way across because I'm only going to count the ones that are straight. So needle down, and let's see if I can do this better this time. Okay, so nice and slow and straight. Keep it right on that blue line. And remember, you're trying to focus where the line is on that clear part right there. Keeping it as close to straight on the blue line as you can. And again, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to go all the way across. You are going to do 10 full lines all the way across. I am going to do needle up, presser foot up, oops, needle up first, presser foot up, and then pull mine out. And this time, if you notice, it is much more accurate. I'm right on that line much better this time. Let me go out a little bit so you can see it. I want you to stitch all the way across to the other side, and 10 lines of that. So since this is a good one, if I had stitched all the way to the end, I'm going to go ahead and number that one. You need 10 good lines. When you have 10 good lines of this one, you're going to come and see me, and then we're going to start pivoting.